Hello friends, today in this tutorial I will basically show you how we can convert a domain name into IP address and extract the who is information about a particular domain. Who is information is basically the registration date, IP address, all that stuff in Node.js using a module who is. So I will show you the application. So I have put the domain name. If you see in the Node.js application, I put this domain name crickbus.com. So now if I execute this script here, it will first of all basically tell the IP address on which this website is hosting on, 23.32, and then we will have this who is information, and it is basically tell you the publicly available who is information. Some websites can hide this information, but publicly information will be given to you, which is organization, address, all that stuff, country, US, and all these things you will be getting in the command line. And I will be showing you how we can do that. You can change this domain name to anyone, facebook.com, and this also. Let's suppose I execute this once again. So you will see a different IP address 157, and you will basically get this who is information. So now let's start building this application. So for building this application, guys, we need to go to npmjs.com, and here you need to install these modules, which first of all is whois. This is a module you need to install, guys, and it's a library, whois library. It will actually give the information to you. So 10,000 weekly downloads are there. So this is the actual module we are using, and here you need to install URL, DNS, and whois. So these three modules we are using, guys. You just need to execute the command npm i URL, DNS, and whois. So these three modules we are using for this application. So once these modules are installed, we will now require this. So right here at the very top, we will start writing the code. So here we will require the modules. First of all, we will require the URL module, and then we will require the DNS module, which we installed, DNS, and then we will require the whois module. After requiring it, basically we will make a function which will be get domain info. Here we will actually pass the URL of the website. Let's suppose input URL. We will call this, and when calling this function, we will get domain info. Here we will actually pass the address. So you can basically declare a variable website URL, and here we will say HTTPS. Let's suppose I take my website freemediatools.com, and I pass this address to this function, which is website URL. And now inside this function, guys, first of all we need to parse the URL using this URL module. It basically contains a method here which is parse. It will actually contain the input URL which is passed here, and it will convert it into a parsed URL. And now we will actually get the domain name, host name parameter. So from this, if you just console log this information, parsed URL. So what this URL package does, it converts your URL to extract some more details out of it. And if I execute this, you will basically see this is the host name. It will extract. Host name is freemediatools.com, and this host name freemediatools.com. So it will actually extract this property which is host name. After that, we will actually find the DNS information. So we will use the DNS module, and here we will use this method lookup, and we will pass our input, our domain, actual domain, and then this returns a callback function if any sort of error take place, or in the second parameter it will actually return the IP address of the domain. So this module will actually return the IP address. So here we can simply return, or we can console log IP address. So if I console log the IP address, you will basically see, if you run this application, it will tell me the IP address of freemediatools.com, which is 172.67. Every website has a unique IP address. So after we get the IP address, now we will actually get the who is info information. So we will actually use this get who is info. So now to get this, we will use this module, which is whois, and it contains a method here, which is lookup. And this package contains this method. We will actually pass the IP address, and then we will actually get the data in the callback function. So we can actually console log the data here, and you can actually get the who is information as well. So if after you get your IP address, you will get the who is information, and this IP address is hosted by Cloudflare, and it will tell you the registration date of this 2015 updated, all these things, organization name Cloudflare. So you can basically scrape a lot of information about a certain domain name, its IP address, and then the who is information of that as well. So it's a very handy module, guys, who is DNS and URL. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I will be seeing you guys in the next video. Thank you very much.